welcome to Boxstar Celebrity Boxing, live from the Paramount Hotel Business Bay, Dubai. We're in one of the most incredible settings in the world and getting ready for one of the biggest fights the world has ever seen. The heaviest heavyweight fight the world has ever put on is going to be live at the London O2 on the 2nd of April 2022. Alongside the fighters will also be many undercards of celebrities, of footballers, television personalities and others. I'd like to introduce today the people on the table who are here. Mr. Martin Ford, Mr. Darren Lamb from Boxstar, Mr. Rami Mada, Mr. Madi Ravnara and Mr. Sejad غریبی, the Iranian Hawk. I'd now like to start this press conference by going through some questions with the fighters to talk about their experience and what's happened so far to bring us up to this moment today. This fight is many years in the making. It's taken a lot of effort from all teams and from all people alongside us to be able to put this fight on. It looks like, and it is becoming, one of the most social media frenzied fight we've ever seen. This is going to draw in millions, not only around the UK, but around the world. Mr. غریبی has a very, very large following in Iran, and they are very proud people. It's an incredible platform for everybody on this table to be hosting this fight. I'd like to start asking, first of all, Mr. Martin Ford some questions around how we've got to this moment, and we will then move on. Martin, so talk to me. Over the past few years, obviously there's been many different promoters trying to put this fight on. It's taken a long, long time for us to get to where we are today. Just tell me about, how did this all start for you?
For me, I think maybe 3-4 years ago, the Hawk's name was thrown into the mix for an MMA fight. Now, this name was thrown from either promoters, himself, I'm not sure. It was never really a fight that interested me that much. There was a lot of noise around social media, and there was a lot of speaking about various questions about how brave I was, or how intimidated I may be by himself. Now, when you guys spoke to us and said there's an opportunity to fight him, for me, it seemed like the perfect opportunity just to tick a box, to be honest. And with the images that I saw of him, it felt like a challenge at that time. And I love a challenge, so that's why we're here.
Thanks, Martin. So, Sejad, explain to us how you got here. Obviously, Sejad will be talking to us today in his native language, that will then be interpreted for the camera for people around the world to also be able to understand how his thoughts and feelings around the fight. So, Sejad, can you tell us, how do you think we've got to here today?
خب قضیه از تقریبا 2 سال پیش شروع میشد که فایت من با ترسناک‌ترین مرد دنیا بود، بیشتر شبیه جوک، تا به امروز خب کوریای زیادی خونده شده، چالنج‌های زیادی من داشتم، حتی من 3 تا مبارزه داشتم، ولی به خاطر این فایت که معروف هست به مبارزه قبل، بقیه فایت‌ها رو کنسل کردم. قضیه من تنها به قولن یه قضیه کاملا که از طرف خودش صورت گرفت و من رو به این چالش دعوت کرد. من هم خودم شخصا شاید اتفاقاتی که حالا دیروز افتاد که بعدا در موردش صحبت میکنم، اما مطمئن باش خیلی واسه این چالش آماده هستم. خیلی برنامه دارم واسه یک ماه دیگه.
The situation started about 3 years ago. Like Martin mentioned, I had confrontation with him online on social media. A lot of people said it would never happen, and I pushed my hardest to overlook a lot of fighters to try and make this fight with Martin happen. He also has been training, and he's been getting himself ready to be in this position that he is today.
So, Martin, obviously, Sajad talks around training. So, I know that this promotion first started many months ago, and you've been training many years, but then over into boxing. So, just talk about the training so far, how that boxing training's been going, how it's been coming from never fighting to suddenly coming into a professional boxing arena.
I'm glad that he answered the question how he did, because I wanted to get a point out to the people that are questioning the fight, in the sense that it was never a fight that I went looking for. It was a fight that came for me, and it's a fight that I accepted. And I think that when people look at what was put out initially, then they'll understand why I was so excited to have this fight. And it talks about training. I'm not going to go into details, but it doesn't take a magician to figure out who's trained harder. Now, I was never a boxer, he was never a boxer. We both had the same opportunity at the
Get the shot without the blur. Introducing Face on Blur. Flick, click, nailed it. Exactly as it happened, every time, on the new Google Pixel 6.
Hey parents, we're looking for child models aged 3 to 12. Child modelling is trending. Big brands are on the lookout for new young models to showcase their products.
Same time to get ready for it. Things have been said, passion was there, energy was there, both proud people. Yesterday, attention got to everyone. And for me, I am asking him the question if he genuinely wants to fight, because I do not want to step into a ring now and be perceived as a bully or intimidating someone that hasn't put the hard work in that I have. So if he really wants to do this fight, get him to tell everyone that he wants to do this fight, and don't put it on me as if I'm picking on you for this fight.
So, Sajad, obviously two questions there. I think if we start with the first one, how's training been? Obviously since October, since we first spoke about this fight, how's training been? How's your boxing skills coming on?
تمام تمرینات من خب همیشه مربوط به تمرینات بدنسازی بود و تمرینات قدرتی بود و
All of my training has been bodybuilding.
بعد از
I've been working on my body and my physique.
خب بعد از اینکه خب ندای چالش من تصمیم گرفتم به کاهش وزن و وزنم از که اون موقع حدودا تقریبا 145 کیلوگرم بودم، وزنم همینجور به پایین‌تر آوردم و الان روی وزن 130 هستم. تمام تمرینات من روی الان 2 تا 3 ساعت مشتزنی هست در روز و تمرینات هوازی است و کاملا از حالت بدنسازی فاصله گرفته.
Sejad is saying that I was 145 kilograms at that point in October when we decided to go ahead with the fight. But since then I've decided to do a lot more training to bring down my weight, because it's a fight, I have to be realistic and I have to be ready for the night. I'm 130 kilograms now, and I'm getting in better shape to get this fight on.
So then on to the second question from that Martin brought up there, was around whether he wants the fight. You know, there's been a lot around, does he want it? And could he just answer Martin in that?
آرزوی من این فایت.
This is my dream to be in this fight.
و مطمئن باش تو این فایت اتفاق دیروز نخواهد افتاد هیچ وقت.
And know this, that what happened yesterday will not happen in the fight.
من کاهش وزن گرفتم و تمرینات تخصصی گرفتم فقط به خاطر مسابقه بوکسینگ. پس حتما یه دلیل داشتم.
I've been training vigorously for this day, and I've brought down my weight to become more flexible and ready for this day. So I put everything on the line to make this happen.
و مطمئن باش برای این فایت از تمام چیزا میگذرم، از تمام اهدافم میگذرم فقط برای این فایت.
And know this, I'm putting everything behind, and I'm going to make this happen. I'll do whatever it takes to make this fight.
Thanks, Sajad. So let's talk about predictions on the night then. So London O2 Arena, probably the most iconic venue in the world, has been there for so many years with so many people who have, celebrities, artists, sports events have graced that arena. And for you two are now going to be walking into there with a fully packed arena and more importantly pay-per-view and fans watching around.
I'm grateful for the Hawk for turning up, I really am. And I hope we have a tremendous night. At the end of this, for me, this isn't about anything else apart from enjoying an experience. But let it be known, I'm not planning on going there and being nice. We're having a boxing match.
And I think, you know, all of it, along this journey, you've become known as the world's scariest man. You know, how difficult is it to keep that appearance up when you become known by a name that's so synonymous? How do you take that into the ring?
See, that name for me is something that is quite funny in the sense that people that genuinely know me know I'm not that person, but I am a Gemini and I do have a split personality. And yesterday I think people genuinely saw the first time ever me lose my temper, and I'm not that person, but I can be that person, and that's what I'll bring to the ring. I know exactly what I felt here, I know exactly how I felt, and the tingles through me, the adrenaline pumping, I was ready to go. You saw exactly what I was like. It wasn't necessarily someone I like, but it's someone that's inside me. And the fact that we step into the ring and I can put that energy to use and it not be frowned upon, kind of excites me in a bad way.
So then, Sejad, I think maybe even when we tried to put this fight on, I misjudged how patriotic, how supportive the Iranian fans are, and this has blown up to be something way bigger than other celebrity fights that have been put on before. So you have a huge following of people who support you, some very passionate people. Is there anything you'd like to share with them?
He wants to talk to the Iranian people.
اتفاقی که دیروز افتاد من در موردش صحبت کنم که خب دیروز فقط مراسم فیس تو فیس بود و چیزی که به من گفته اطلاع شد فقط بعد فیس تو فیس بود، نه هیچ هول دادنی.
I want to clear up what happened yesterday during the face-to-face that we had.
من هم طبق قانون احترام گذاشتم و سعی کردم فقط به رقیب فیس تو فیس نگاه کنم و نه هیچ کار دیگه.
My only intention was just to go face-to-face and get close to my opponent.
اما در خب یه حرکت بسیار ترسوارانه و یه حرکت بسیار نامردی،
But a very cheap and unexpected reaction took place.
انجام شد که فقط بزدل بودن یک شخص رو نشون میده، در صورتی که فقط یکی دستشو آورده پایین و فقط فیس تو فیس نگاه میکنه و یکی میاد از پوش استفاده میکنه، از سول استفاده میکنه. این بسیار حرکت ناجوان مردانه ایه.
What does that show? It's ungentlemanlike.
من حدود 10 روز تو دبی هستم و تو این چند روز هم حتی با مشکلات بسیار زیادی مواجه شدم، دور از مربی، دور از تمرینات و از ریکاوری بسیار پایین.
I've been here for about 10 days and I've been away from my training. I've been away from a lot of things that will help me get to this fight, but I've been here for 10 days.
حتی اون زوری هم که من داخل اون مراسم بودم هیچ تمرینی من نداشتم و سر زور فقط یک مراسم فیس تو فیس بود که بعدش چنین اتفاقی افتاد.
And during that face-to-face meeting, I wasn't even ready. I still weren't even warmed up yet.
این فقط ترس بودن اون شخص نشون میده. اما
he replied by showing how scared he was.
اما قول میدم که 2 آپریل
But I guarantee you on the 2nd of April,
منتظر این جوابم خواهد.
wait for my reaction. Wait for my reply.
من حتی دیروز کفش ورزشی هم نداشتم.
I wasn't even wearing my sports trainers
با
yesterday.
یک لباس ساده معمولی اومده بودم
I
تو
came in with very relaxed, casual clothing.
و الان آماده هر نوع جنگی هستم، حتی در
And I'm
حال
ready right now for any war to take place.
And is that how Sajad sees it? Does he see this as a war?
من همیشه به حریف تمام ورزشکارا احترام قائلم، حتی بطن، ولی در این مورد
I respect all bodybuilders and all people that work
بعد از رفتار دیروز
in the athlete world.
متوجه شدم که هیچ احترامی در کار نیست.
But after what happened yesterday, I don't see how I can respect it.
و منتظر 2 آپریل وقت باشید.
Just be ready for the 2nd of April. That's it.
And has Sajad got any final words for his fans and the passionate fans that he has, to the people of Iran who are going to be able to watch this fight, who are going to the Iranian citizens around the world who are also showing their support and they'll be able to stream on this on pay-per-view and also terrestrial television. Does he have any words or does he have any anything he wants to say to his fans?
مطمئن باش وقتی کاری داخلش 50-50 از این یک ستم هیچ وقت توش بال نمیذارم، ولی با قدرت قاطعیت تمام وارد مسابقه میشم.
Understand that before the event, I had a lot of respect, but going forward, I'm going to show and broadcast myself so that you can see what I'm made of.
اونجا دیگه قانونی نیست که تو فقط باید طبق قانون باشه. اونجا جنگ هست برای من.
There won't be any rules for you to come up to me and try and push me. You have to part the fight. You have to be ready for an answer.
و مطمئن باشید که تو اون جنگ من از جونم واسه کشور واسه مردمم مایل میذارم.
I'll put my life on the line. I'll put my life for my fans, and I'll put my life for my nation. I'm ready for this fight.
So, Sajad, thank you very much. Martin, anything else you'd like to say before we close off the conference?
Well, how do I follow it with that? What I will say is that I do have a hell of a lot of respect for how patriotic his fans are and how much energy they have for the whole event, and I think that is something that you'd like you to.
Do you think any of us will look back in our lives and regret the things we didn't buy? Or the places we didn't go?
Earlier that has surprised everyone. I think it's something that says a lot about how much they want him to come out of this good. And I think he needs to listen to that and listen to how much support they follow and use their energy. Like I said I never wanted this fight. This fight was nagged and pushed, and this fight was driven to me. I accepted it, but he has to take element of responsibility for his own actions, for pushing the fight, for wanting the fight. Let's forget one little push. We're in a ring to knock each other's heads off. This is a boxing match. Yeah, there's a celebrity word in front of it, but it doesn't mean it's not a real boxing match. Now he can talk all he wants, but the reality is, if he's not following up with his spoken word, they're pretty empty messages. And to me, the people of Iran kind of want him to really stand up and be proud if he's going to fight.
Hey Mark, I'm ready. تو میخوای الان بجنگی؟
Do you want to fight right now?
تو میخواستی بجنگی؟ تو میخواستی اینه که نشون بدی که
Did you want to show how strong you were yesterday?
تو هنر بیخبری میتونستی مبارزه کنی؟
You think in front of camera?
London,
I'll kill you. I promise.
2nd of April. Heaviest heavyweight fight ever is going to happen. The Iranian Hulk versus Martin Ford. Tickets are available on AXS and Skiddle platforms. The fight will be broadcast around the world, including pay-per-view, terrestrial, and others, and online. Look forward to welcoming you to the show. It's going to be a hell of a night. Thanks for joining us. Terrestrial and others, and online. Look forward to welcoming you to the show. It's going to be a hell of a night. Thanks for joining us. Okay. That was great. Thanks very much.
Good job. That was excellent.
Yeah, don't tread that popcorn in that carpet.
I'll give the housekeeper a
I'll try to put that was borderline. But it worked. It worked.
I'll say the word for 10 minutes. You know when you've not got a word to say?
Yeah. Anybody want any popcorn? No.